So who wants to see a live demo, see the products in action? And we'll zoom in with the camera and all these good things, but Vena is going to be a personal clinical concierge today to Miss Vivian. So come on up, Vivian. She happened to be in the right place at the right time yesterday, and I asked if she wanted to get a skincare treatment by Vena today. So we're going to have Vivian, go ahead and lay down on the table.
Have you sit up here for just a second?
Oh, sit and do the consult first.
Yeah.
So before they get started, can we just give Lisa and Vena just a huge round of applause?
I mean, how great has this been so far for everybody?
We should probably take the power. I lost my AVT. Put the PowerPoint down and just keep the camera on.
And can I get a chair?
Vena needs a
Because
chair.
Believe it or not,
Jacka.
I need to get closer to the skin. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do, guys, is this. We can't just throw anything on her skin, right? And I'm gonna tell you, I cheated a little bit because I talked to her last night. Poor thing, I was like touching her face all over the place, right? But the first thing I asked her is, do you have a regimen? Do you have a regimen you use? A skincare regimen? The Lumiere. So what does that mean? The Lumiere, like wash, tone? And moisturizer. Okay. So what does she miss? And the good thing is you get a facial from me today, skincare treatment. The downside, I wouldn't put that on her. Oh, you got to, can we just stand and hold a mic for her or something? Only because of the, so the downside is I'm going to point out which I'm going to point out some solutions for her, right? That things that maybe she's not doing. And I kind of want to let you know that when what she said was she did wash, tone, and moisturize. Fantastic. What is she doing? Not doing? Exfoliate. Yeah, she knows now. Yeah. So she's not exfoliating, right? So what are some of your issues? What do you feel like when you look at your skin in the mirror, you like to change?
The oil.
The oil.
Yes.
Now, here's the really nice thing about this. Yeah, just if you look at her skin, someone that has oily skin, what do they typically have? And I know my pros are in here are going to know this, but if you have an oily skin, you have large pores, correct? She doesn't have large pores. So what's happening? She doesn't have large pores, but she has oily skin, and she's not exfoliating. Everything's kind of everything's kind of sliding down on her, right? She's beautiful. I was hoping to pick someone with a lot more challenges. She doesn't have a lot of challenges, so I had to really pull a lot of things apart for her. But being that she's not exfoliating, that means her product is still working, but not to the and we're not optimizing it. So what we're going to do is show you how to do a peel. Am I saying that right? Peel. We're going to show you how to do a peel. I've been speaking with my mom. She's from Oklahoma, so I get her accent. We're going to do a peel here. We're going to use the products and the ingredients that we have and show you how we can use that on a professional basis. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. What I see with her is I want to brighten her skin. She's got a little bit of hyperpigmentation. Do you use sunscreen?
No.
Yeah. Like what? Today or yesterday?
Not today. Not today.
Okay. So typically women of color, any color, Asian skin, black skin, brown skin, they feel like sunscreen is just for pale skin, white skin, right? It's not true. It's not true. I am an oncology esthetician as well, which means I work with cancer patients, and we'll see just that many people with color as well getting melanoma and skin cancers. So we want to make sure that every single human being is protecting their skin from the sun, no matter what color you are, right? Go ahead and lay down. So here, I washed my hands. We don't have a headband, I apologize, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to touch you. Okay, you good with that? Okay. Feel like it. Yeah, you do. So what I'm doing right now, so typically they feel like, oh, she's giving me a massage, right? Well, I'm actually trying to feel the texture of her skin. And so I can promise you right now, what we're doing is going to be a peel. And we're gonna get rid of all of this. I can feel, so Christine, I can feel the product balling up right now. Right? Because they're not absorbing in. So. First thing we're gonna do, and remember what we talked about, that these products are synergistic. So what does that mean? That means we can use, you're gonna see, I'm gonna use almost every product from every one of the different lines. I felt like that was the thing we should do. So I'm gonna use first, we're gonna use the wash, the milk wash. I love the milk wash. I tend to use my Lumi V a lot, but especially when my skin gets a little dehydrated, I'll pull out my wash. So don't think all the lines don't work really well. Now we're gonna, you see how I'm working on her neck too, guys? Can everyone see pretty good? Okay, good. Oh. So techie is all I can say. Okay. So I'm also gonna go across her lips, which are dry. So that tells me, oh, I wonder if I have my lip scrub and my lip mask. So you see, as we're going, there's extra things that she didn't think about or tell me, because she's probably used to having dry lips, right? Yeah. You have dry lips. Okay, so next thing I'm gonna do is grab another one of these. Thank you so much for the wet rags. I feel so put together here. Now, I will tell you something. How many times should we wash our face in the morning? Yeah, first time to drive by. Second time you're actually lifting up that skin. Okay, so first time you're just taking off whatever is on the outer link. To get into the pores, you have to, did you wash your face this morning? Okay, do you have anything on it? Okay, so I'm taking off just from the world, just walking around, and I know you guys have smoke going on around here. Okay, so Gina, we're gonna do this one more time. Again, always twice, just a couple pumps. And that's the beauty about these products, is that you don't have to use a lot, but you should always work the neck. And I always, women, when they find out what I do for a living, they always ask me one question: how do I look? You think I look at their face? I look at their neck. You know why? Because typically the neck is what people don't work with. And by the way, guys, we have something. I don't want to get stuff on her. I'm like really getting into my work right now. Yeah. So I also work on the ears, guys. And here's another reason why. You'll see more issues with the ears with sun damage and aging. So I wash everything here. Just a little background, guys, and over the eyes and underneath the eyes. Now remember, underneath the eyes is the thinnest skin on your body. Garbage. Okay, so I'm gonna, so that I don't wreck her pretty shirt, huh? Well, you get a free facial, so. Okay, so I'm gonna cool these rags down, because here's the other thing, guys, do not use really hot water on your face. That's the worst thing you can do, you use hot water on your face. It should be room temperature, to be honest with you. And why? Because you dehydrate your skin when you do that. And you don't need to dehydrate your skin, because what happens when you dehydrate your skin? Your skin says, I'm dehydrated, let's make more oil. So are you catching some of these things? Okay. So when you look at someone that has pores, we typically know they have oily skin, and they're going to age with lack of elasticity. Sagging skin. When you that has no pores, their skin's typically drier, so they're going to age more with wrinkles. How's that feel? So good. So good, right? Okay. So, and then we're also going to go back to the ears. Don't forget the ears. Turn out the ears. Just little things, right? Okay, so normally, what would be my next step? Yeah, toner. So you know what I'm going to use? I'm actually going to use a toner pad. We're trying to do right now. Yeah, I'm trying to break through, exfoliate, and that's what this whole treatment is all about, is exfoliation. So I'm going to pull up one of the pads. And by the way, I don't know if you guys know this, but these pads, the reason why originally they're made for men is because men typically have a lot more facial hair. And you can actually put these through a man's face that has facial hair and it won't break apart. It won't pull apart. So that's a really great cells for this. This also has a glycolic acid in it. So we're going to start already. We're starting right now. We're pH balancing the skin, but we're going to start breaking the bonds right now of the cells. Okay. So that's going to be your first. You know what we didn't do, you guys? We didn't take a picture. Oh well. Womp. We didn't do a before picture. Yeah, we didn't do a before picture. Do we do it a before picture? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, but those online ones have filters typically, right? So did we? Okay, perfect. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to do our step 1 and step 2. Now we talked about this right earlier. The step 1, they're pre-measured pads. Pre-measured pads that have the lactic and the glycolic. And what we're going to do, you just need one. That's it. They're pre-measured for the amount. We're just going to use the one. Oh, yeah, there's tons. I always work from the neck up, just so you know, you should always work from your neck up. And you don't have to do but one swipe. So I'm going to do one side first. And I'm just going to do one swipe. And I'm not going to go underneath the eyes, by the way. I'm going to do the ears. I'm going to do over the top. Then I'll go to the other side. I'm going to flip it and do the other side. You can do this at home in the mirror. One side. I'm going to go above and stay below the bone here. How's that feeling? I mean, right? Okay. Could you do me a favor? My glasses. Look. My clear ones, yeah. Okay, so now see the breakdown because it's becoming a little clearer, just a little clearer. Can you see this right here? Like you're going to see color change, and I really want you to watch how the color is going to change. So this is our step 1. I don't have a. Give me like just a couple minutes, so we can time. Just 1 minute. Let's just do it. You can do 1 minute to up to 5 minutes with this. The reason why I feel comfortable doing the 1 minute right now is because I've already started the process with the AHAs, the alpha hydroxy acids. Sorry, guys. Oh, there you are. Okay. I'm very particular, and I couldn't see real well. Sometimes you got to pick seeing over beauty, right? Okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you. And just right across here. Okay. So as it's sitting on here, you're actually going to start seeing become a little bit pink. You see it becoming a little bit pinker. Okay. That's the blood flow. That's what you want to look for. That's the blood flow. We good now? Okay. So that was just 1 minute. Typically, like I said, 3 to 5 minutes, but because I'm expediting this, I'm speeding this up simply because I'm starting to use AHAs, BHAs ahead of time. So now I want to calm it down. Yeah, oh my God, we're going to use our step 2. Now, here's the cool thing. This also will pH balance your skin as well. And it's going to neutralize, but it's not going to stop it from working. It's just going to neutralize it, calm it down. Oh, serious. Can you take that off for me? See, I retired. I don't want to break a nail. Normally I wouldn't have nails. That one's. That's okay. Good thing I stopped at 2 minutes, 1 minute, 2 minutes. But like I say, on both sides, you're gonna see her skin already starting to brighten up. Perfect, thank you. Okay, so step 2, right here, again, pre-measured. I'm gonna go the same way I went before. And always underneath, obviously over the ears. And on one side. Around. Ah, guess what? Is this step 2? It just fell. I know. It fell on me. I still don't want to use it. I'm like a sanitation freak. Okay, here. And then we're gonna go the sides here again, up under. Now you're gonna see it start calming down, but you're still gonna see healthy color. And I don't know if you guys noticed that her skin, as beautiful it is as it is, I'm being mellow in my older age, because typically I would have really give it to you, girl, about your skin. But as good as her skin, now look at this. Look at how now the red is starting to calm down a little bit, but it's brightening up. We're gonna start seeing a brightening. Now you would think, okay, I've done 2 things already. I just kind of go back over it a little bit to make sure that everything is all taken care of. Let's just make sure. Now, the next thing I'm going to do, I always remember to go in the little cracks and crevices. It's not going to hurt if you don't. It just might get a little drier. Now, that was our 1 and 2. And I'll put this aside here. Now I'm going to do one more thing, because you think that would be enough, right? Oh, you peeled her enough. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use the overnight renewal mask. Now, typically you would think, okay, well, you have to use it for overnight and sleep with. Well, because I'm stacking these treatments, I'm giving it a few minutes to absorb. Because I'm stacking these treatments, I'm really lifting that dead skin. You're going to see amazing result with this. So, I don't know if you guys have ever seen it before. Whew. There, but it's orange. What do you guys think is orange? The astaxanthin, that's right. So it's going to work with oxidation as well as. Look at that. You don't need it. You see how I didn't use a lot? You don't need a lot. You know. So I'm just going to roll this on. And as soon as I get this all on, Bobby, if you can give me like 2 minutes. Typically, oh, Bobby's gone. Yeah, didn't even look up. She left me. I just outed her while she's gone, huh? Okay. So now here's the other thing I'm going to do. I'll tell you when to start the time. Okay, so this is on. How's that feel? Does it feel okay? No stinging? No. Okay. I want you to start seeing how her skin is changing legitimately colors. Now, I want to work on more than one thing at a time. So has anyone tried these eye gels? Okay, if anyone that said no, definitely this is every person's best friend. If you have any, especially right now with your air quality, phenomenal. If you're someone like me that may or may not have had too much wine the night before, I'm going to tell you the next morning, it's phenomenal. Your eyes it depuffs them. But here's what I usually recommend when we're talking with pros, especially eyelash pros. This is a great upsell. And I'll upsell these the last 15 minutes of, there we go. The last 15 minutes of the treatment. Go ahead and close your eyes right there. So while they're finishing up the lashes, they have this going on. It's an anti-aging treatment. So it's a great upsell. It's also a great upsell as an esthetician, but you're thinking, okay, well, that's great. Guess where else is it a great upsell for? Because I'm going to tell you, once you put these suckers on, they don't go anywhere. They're sucked on your skin, which I love. But you know what I sold it to the other day was a nail tech. So my nail techs are saying, hey, go wash your face if you want, or wash the area around your eyes. Let's do an anti-aging treatment around your eyes. Now, huh? While they're sitting there, they're making their times too. Now, there's two different ways. Is that 2 minutes already? No, I'm gonna go ahead and still leave it a few more minutes. There's a couple different ways that you can do this. Obviously, there was a big debate over what side do we put these on, whatever side you want. Okay, whatever you say. So I'm doing one way and then I'm gonna do this other one this way. It doesn't matter, guys, just get it on there. There you go. So what I say is if you're working with lifelines, by the way, I never call them crow's feet. I don't know who came up with that name, but that's just horrible, right? I call them lifelines, and you cannot be my friend unless you've had a few, because that means you don't smile or laugh or enjoy life, right? So here's your lifelines right here. And then on the other side is if you're working more with like depuffing and the drainage. So I put both of those on there and we'll just leave them for just a few minutes. Now, why don't we start the 2-minute clock? Somebody. We'll go ahead and start the 2-minute clock now. So now she's getting we're still working on the cellular turnover. So you guys remember what we've used so far? Got that? So I believe they're gonna take notes somewhere and they're gonna hand that out later, right? At least, yeah. So this is gonna be on just for a few minutes. I know we're limited on time. But now we've got the under eyes firming and toning, and now we have the skin doing that cellular turnover. Okay, 2 minutes hit. Let me know. I'm going to actually just enough of these. Typically, guys, just so you know, this renewal mask is done before you go to bed over the last you put on your face. So if that's moisturizer, then you'll put that over the top of the moisturizer. You don't need to make it thick. When you put it on thick, you're not making it any better. More is not better, right? I always told my clients more just means more money from me, because it's not going to make it more better for you. So really important to is the truth. Okay, so while that's on here, I'm going to go ahead and start. Has it been 2 minutes? Okay, we'll wait for 37. We'll wait for 1 minute. So this is I'm also showing you how you can talk to how to upsell their products. So if they can do more small services and add more money, I'll be honest with you guys, that upsell around the eyes is about $25. Now, probably more now. I'm out of the business. I haven't seen the prices lately, but typically eyes is $25 for underneath the eyes, doing an upsell on that because it's an actual mask for their eyes. We're going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and take those off. Yeah. I know. I love those chimes. Everyone's coachable in here. Okay. So now I want to show you something. You think you have to sleep with it all night, right? To get that amazing look. Watch this. Amazing. Look at this, guys. Look at her skin. Look at how bright. Now, I know she's young and she doesn't have a lot of droopiness going on anywhere, but I will tell you, this is a lot firmer too and tighter. Isn't that so beautiful? Okay. Yeah, he's gonna like, who is this woman walking through the door, right? You're gonna be 2.0. So now I want you to know you can't feel it. Don't touch your face today, will you? Okay, but her skin is so much smoother. She doesn't have all the little excess dead skin on here. Like I said, you make 1 billion skin cells a day. So important to take some of them off. Your body should be able to do a lot of it for you, but as we get older and life happens, it doesn't. So, and always remember the ears, you guys. Always remember the ears, by the way. Always remember the ears. Okay, so feels so good. Okay, so next what I'm gonna do is now I'm gonna hydrate her skin back up. Everyone can be jealous and be upset right now because you see. I am going to use the Soothe and Renewal Hydrogel Mask. And why am I using this one? Well, simply because I was pretty aggressive with her skin. So I want to calm it down a little bit. So, has anyone ever used this mask before? Oh, can I tell you, I'm even jealous of her right now. I mean, it just feels so incredibly amazing. Yeah, right. So I usually, to be honest with you, will work with the eyes first. Go ahead and close your eyes. And I go over the lips. I know that sounds funny, but you know why? Because I want some of that mask on the lips. I'm gonna go over her lips first. If I had the actual lip mask, that's what I would be doing right now. I'd be putting her lip mask on. So
That's a pro tip right there, over the lips.
the lips goes.
Make sure you guys know
I
that.
start here and I'll just slide it up, right? Over the lips. Now, this is on. How's that feel? So I think I'm losing her, just so you know. Now we're gonna get the second half. For those of you that have never used it, there's two portions of it. That's what happens when I try to face that way. There's two portions of it. And this is really great for the pros that are using any kind of microneedling, microchanneling, any of the pros that are using any kind of microdermabrasion. Now, what I'm doing is anything I have left over here, I'm just going to put on her neck. All right. And again, this is a great time right now to actually put on the, let's roll this down, to actually put on the lip mask. Okay. She's got a little face. So I'm working with a little face. I'm working around and kind of moving things around her little face. Now, typically, believe it or not, at this point, we don't have it. I would actually be doing a little bit of a neck with our lift up, right? But we don't have that. So I'm going to, let's see what we've got real quick over here. Now that I have my glasses on, I can actually see what we got. Oh, we do. We do. So, and do we have any elixir? So I'm going to show you a little cocktail, right? So I'm going to do a little cocktail on her neck while that's sitting there. And this is what the cocktail is going to be. I have my little bowl. I'm going to add the elixir. And by the way, this is the only time you should be combining. You're not a chemist. Go with what we've got. But I'm going to combine the elixir. 1, 2, 3. I'm just going to do like a half of it in there. And I'm going to add some lift up in the neck. Right? Yeah. So typically, guys, when we have products, you should not combine it. You should layer it. Right? One product, let it absorb. Next product, let it absorb. What we're doing here is we're combining it because I want a little bit more of a slip and glide, a little bit more of the elixir is going to be a lot more hydrating for her, and she needs a little bit more hydrating. So the only time you have someone come in and say, the moisturizer, I love it, but it's not heavy enough. Well, first of all, it shouldn't be heavy. It should be richer. This is going to add a richness to it. So I'm going to add a little bit of a richness to the lift up just for her neck. You normally don't have to, but because I'm doing it in a treatment. Now, if she was doing it at home, I wouldn't expect her to do this. This is just for a treatment. So this is the lift up for the neck, which is, if you guys are really nice, I'll show you some of my before and after pictures. I was shocked. I was shocked at what I look like. Oh my, right? And so what I'm going to do right now is, while this is on, is don't worry. I think I could probably do at this point. I think she loves me, so I can she'll go buy a new shirt. So we're gonna just, it's like an old mama, right? I've done this for so long that I just automatically, it just falls back. It's imprinted, right? It's like not riding a bicycle for a while. But do you see how hydrating this is looking right now? Now, I'm gonna show you a little trick we're gonna do, because instead of using it, go. And remember, this is a peel. And we're using this mask to soothe it and calm it down. So any of the pros that they're doing those real expensive pills or heels or or doing any of the lasering and stuff, this is a really great one to use. I'm gonna put that on there. Yeah, perfect. So we're almost done, guys. You learn a little bit so far. Yeah. I'm just kind of showing you a few of the little tips and tricks here. Okay. Who's next? Okay, sorry. What did she say?
She said she likes the mask.
Oh, yeah.
The other one.
Oh, but I love the other one too. Okay. Oh, the Cell Lab one? Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Yeah. So we're gonna throw this there. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Okay, so you're gonna see that when you pull this off, it's a little bit damp. So what I'm gonna add to this is, now, this is what's really cool. I'm gonna add this to this. So now she's gonna get a little lift up, a little elixir. And the intense moisturizer that has, what ingredient has this have in it? That's right. And why are we using this? Actually, it's lying to you. That's right. We're sealing everything in. I'm actually going to use a little bit of my needle-free serum. And just a little fun fact of this needle-free serum. If you use this twice a day, and this is a clinical study, the ingredient neodermal, if you use it twice a day for 2 weeks, you'll see the reduction and length of a wrinkle by 86%. Need to get you some, huh?
So.
Yeah. So you're gonna see, yeah, you're gonna see instant results because of the Lifted and Express in it. Like Lisa said, it's a good time, not a long time with that ingredient. But here's the thing, the neodermal, again, comes to show, and this is the one that I called her on. And I said, what in the world? How are you getting this ingredient? Because I've been begging them for this ingredient forever for my own product line. Yeah, they had it. That was incredible. And then we're gonna let that, and here's important thing, guys. I'm letting just where I put it, I'm letting it absorb, right? So while it absorbs, here's what I'm going to do. I just made her skin a lot more sun sensitive. So I'm going to use a little sunscreen. And I'm going to put the sunscreen on. And it's going to penetrate. This is the skin. This is called Daily Brightening Broad Spectrum SPF. Nobody in this room should walk out the door without it, ever. Okay. You notice I'm not really going around where I did the needle free. I'm letting it all absorb. Now, do you see the color though? Look at how her skin is really looking what? Just flawless. But it's also brightening her skin. Her skin is glowing. It's a lot. Yeah. Yeah. Looks so good. So, and yes, someone mentioned, yes, I work with the ears when I'm doing a treatment, because what it also does is it helps with lymphatic drainage. Okay, so now I'm going to go back over this. Well, wasn't that nice? Yeah, I'm not using that anymore. That's okay. I'll just use it regular. I need a little stand next time. Because I get into my work. They live and learn. But do you see this though? Do you see how this is really creating? How's it feel? Okay. So we're just doing a little bit of drainage of her on her. I've done this 1 or 2 times before, right? Okay. Now, we're gonna do some moisturizer, we're gonna do some eye gel, and she is good for the day. Yeah, any questions so far, guys? No one has any questions? What is it? You can hire me? I'm retired, but I'll be more than happy to come see you and do one. Okay.
For the people on Zoom.
The needle-free serum, do you have to wash your face when you put it twice a day? The needle-free serum, do you have to like go through the whole process if you want to do it twice a day, or you just put it on?
Okay.
If you do it in the morning, can you do it like in the afternoon if you?
Do it in the morning and then you're gonna do it at night after you wash your face again.
Okay,
Because I'm gonna make sure that everyone understands you should wash your face twice a day, morning and night. Because here's what's happening. If you don't, it's just nasty. I'll be honest with you. It's just nasty. Yeah, there's all kinds of things that live on your face all day long. So you definitely want to make sure you get it off. And in the morning, think about how long you sleep. Even if you're like me and you're not an optimum sleeper, you're going to sleep at least 6 hours. Now, in those 6 hours time, you're rubbing your face everywhere, you're sweating, you're whatever you're doing, and you're touching your face. So it's so important to start with a clean canvas. So she's just really, see how everything's absorbing now, not just sitting on the top of your skin, and it's so smooth, right? I don't care, just keep doing it. Yes, in the back, run, hang on, let her run to you. She's running to you.
It's a question from the chat. What eye cream do you recommend for somebody over the age of 50?
There's not a bad eye cream. So the answer is going to be, more than anything, you guys, is what are you trying to achieve? Are you firming, toning, lymphatic drainage? Is it puffy? What are you trying to obtain? All these eye creams that we carry will do all of that. Some are more going to be more targeted for certain areas. Personally, I use the PM, the OMS PM. I love it. Absolutely love it. And I will tell you the OMS PM is actually it's a filler too. So guess where I put it? If I have any lines, my lip area, top of my lip, it's a filler. The OMS PM. I love the OMS PM. Now, during the day, you can use whichever works the best for you. I feel good. Yeah, you're gonna keep me. Okay. So I'm gonna use the eye balm for her. And again, let's talk about how much. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm just gonna use a little bit. Right here. Don't need to use a lot. Was there any other questions other than that? Okay. So you just need to use just a tad. That's it. And what I'm gonna do, typically, when you put your eye balm on or your eye cream on, you should always use the middle finger because it has the least amount of pressure, believe it or not. That's why, ladies, it use the middle finger has the least amount of pressure. Well, you can use the ring finger, but the least amount of pressure is usually your middle finger. I mean, it sometimes will get the most workout, but the actual pressure of it, the middle finger. Okay. Now this is what estheticians do at the end of a treatment. And I'll tell you what it is. And I don't know, maybe it's because it's what we do, but let's use this. This is the signal that we're done, right? Typically what I used spritz with was the rose, right? Yeah, the rose refresher. And to this day, when I run into a client, she'll say, when I smell roses, I think of when you were done working on me, right? Now, the new Rose Refresher does not have as much of that smell. So if you had people that didn't like that, I love that smell. That was my signature smell, right? So now she's very hydrated. Can you guys see how? You see that? I'm bummed we didn't take a before picture though. We do. Oh, yeah, we do have one. Oh, my goodness, we do. I will sit.
She didn't believe me,
I
guys.
didn't. Listen, it was 1:30 in the morning when I got up to come towards this way, so I wasn't quite awake. How's that feel? Yeah? Okay, so, John Martin, is he in here, or Jack Beck? I trust you. Can you? Stop it. Yes, Jack Beck's amazing. Can you move that so she can get up? That'd be awesome. Okay. There we go. Go ahead and get on up. I want everybody, can you show her face? Look at her face. Doesn't it look amazing? It looks flawless, right? You look amazing. Thank you for being my person, but I will. Oh, but I'm you now. Okay, but hang on. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. So here's what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna recommend for you to take home. I want you to, and then I'm gonna go through. Oh, yeah, they don't get to run out the door, right? The most important thing is we're gonna show them that, hey, this is what I'm gonna recommend for morning and night, and this is why. And definitely you want to make sure that you start exfoliating. Seriously, you need to start exfoliating at least 2 to 3 times a week. So this, I'm gonna have you do this for the next month, once a day for 30 days. We're gonna have you do this because we really need to freshen up your skin. So this is gonna.
Once a month.
For 1 month, once a
Every
day,
day.
every day,
Mhm.
once a month. And then I'm gonna have you start using once a day for a month. 1 month. So once a day, morning and night, it doesn't matter. Um, So you're gonna use this. This is gonna help brighten your skin back. And then I want you, starting next month, 2 to 3 times a week, I want you to use the volcanic mask. Okay? Now, I already know that you have your skincare products, which are fabulous, by the way, amazing. But what I would also add for you is I would add the vitamin C serum. That's gonna brighten, because I know you're working with brown marks, want to brighten the skin. So that's gonna help with that. And you don't have a lot. And sunscreen. So my friend, you're gonna use this
Everything.
every day. Yeah, the sunscreen. Every day you're gonna use this. So you're gonna wash, you're gonna tone. The serum that I would like for you to use is actually gonna be our Lumita V serum. It's again gonna work with your collagen, brightening up your skin. You're gonna use that. You're gonna use your moisturizer, sunscreen, or wherever we put your sunscreen in there, and I'll tell you later where to do that. So this is your sunscreen you're gonna do. Okay, morning and night, except the sunscreen. Now, I would recommend you do this at nighttime. You're gonna wash, you're gonna put your number 1, number 2 on, and then your Lumita V serum, your moisturizer, and go to bed.
The serum every night.
Morning and night.
Okay.
Yeah. And if you want, when we're done, I'll write you up what you should be using.
Okay.
Okay. So. Can you help me carry this bag?
In your book, it's like a insert tablet. You put it on the tablet and incorporate it in there. You thought you use tap at a time, okay? But when you're done,
Right here.
a treatment like that, we could you fill it out to the client, right? And we could check off AM/PM. So we do that for everything. You know, we'll do tablet and filter it out for you.
No, you're good. Go ahead. All right.
Okay, so how does everybody feel about the first half of the day? It's been great so far, right? We get a lot of information in a little bit of time, so it's really excellent. So we're gonna go ahead and break for lunch. So we will return here and begin at my director, my film director, at 3 o'clock sharp. Okay, so we're giving you a nice long lunch so you can get outside, enjoy the weather, it's beautiful. There's plenty of places to eat right, within walking distance, so enjoy yourselves and we will see you all back here right at 3 o'clock.
Oh, I'm so good. Let me turn this off. Let me turn myself off here. That you're helping as well, right? So that's what I really love about this. What we're going to segue into is becoming a clinical concierge. So some of you that sat with me got a little bit of this, right? A clinical concierge, what is that? That is someone that will educate their clients or patients, depending on who you're coming from, on the power of the products you're recommending. You guys got that? So your front desk person, if it's that person, or if you're a one-man show, you need to be that clinical concierge. That clinical concierge is going to transpose you into from just of the service. The service is great, but listen, when you go to a fast food, do you think that your trainer is going to say, yeah, come train with me, and then go to Chick-fil-A, or go to one of those fast food? No, they're not. They're going to say, this is how you should be eating to help us get better. And that's what this is all about. So we came up with the clinical concierge during the time that we was shut down. And the reason why we came up with that is because people couldn't get their own treatments at the time. They had to do so. And boy, was there a lot of stuff going on about that. But now what we've done is we pivoted. I tell my friends all the time, I've pivoted so much that my high heels are now flats. That's how much I've pivoted, right? But if you don't, in our industry and the way things are going, then you're going to be left behind. So these are just a couple of packages that we put together. We call them bundling. And you guys will be getting emailed, I believe, Dropbox, a lot of these. We also have a Facebook page, and you all are now welcome on it. I believe it's the MBBA Business Academy Facebook page. She'll put that in that chat. You can now join that because you've attended. So we have a lot of files in there that we spoke about that you'll be able to get. So a few of them, like one, microneedling. So some of these verbiages are not going to be, I'm going to stand over here if that's okay. Jack, I'm going to mess you up and stand over here, okay? Some of these verbiages may not be something you're used to hearing about, but the pros that you're going to be talking with, these are some of the treatments they're going to be doing. So first, microneedling package. Again, you'll see with every single package, we also have health and wellness as well as skincare. So when you speak to one of your accounts or one of your prospective partners, you find out what services are they using. And a lot of this is what we covered in last week's, right? But you find out what services. Oh, you do microneedling. Well, let me tell you, this is why we have these packages. And this is taking that work off of you, correct? You don't have to wonder, okay, what do I need to put together to recommend for them? We have this Erbium laser product package. We have that put together. Now, these are packages that myself and a few of the other pros have put together. We're not saying this is the only package you can use. We're trying to give you an idea of how you can actually be of service to those beauty industry professionals, where they don't have to think about or have to even really know or get to know every single product. This is the package for this. I work with a lot of medical spas and I work with a lot of doctors. They don't want to have to go through everything. They want to have that package put together for them. So You know, the end of service, I just filled one of these out. Can I see yours real quick? I just filled one out because here's the thing. They need to know what they need, or they're gonna go buy it somewhere else, and typically not from you, right? Because you didn't care enough to recommend, and that's what it's all about. You didn't care enough, you're so afraid of that you're gonna be of sales, rather than that's an extension of service. And I know you guys have heard that before, right? It's your extension of service. And these are some of the things that we do teach to the industry pros that come on. Let me see yours real quick, right? So these are some of the things that I recommended for her, right? I might put in, if it's not AM, PM, it's just PM. This one was once a day for 30 days, right? So this is something that they can actually fill out and they can give to their patient or client. A lot of these establishments have never seen this because a lot of them, they're working with doctors. And some of the doctors are saying, hey, I don't have time to do all that. I just want to say what they need or send them to my clinical concierge. That's how important a clinical concierge is. So, and you all have that in your book, and the ones that are not here today, that will be in your Dropbox folder. Our nail client bundle. Did you ever think that a nail salon or a nail tech could have something to retail? How wonderful is that? How wonderful that they have something that they can retail. Now, I'll be honest with you, we never thought of this before until the last 3 years happened. And no one was getting their nails done. So how do we take care of their hands and nails? Well, now we brought that through and we are now doing the Renew Elixir, right? For the cuticles, the brightening C serum. Why? Well, the brown, I'm going to call it brown spots. An intense hand and body cream, because, you know, we have a lot of the nail techs that are doing the hands, arms, and doing the massages. So when they get it done, you know, now they're kind of like, what did you use on me and why? This is a conversation they can have other than just giving them that quick rub on their hands. This is why we're doing this. So we have lash extension client bundles. How wonderful is this? We are going to update this one here coming really quick, but we have the cleanser, which is amazing, right? Lash extensions cannot have oil put on their lashes. So no oil here. We have eye balm. Who wants to have great lashes? And, you know, yes. Oh, yeah. Who wants to have great lashes and have your eyes area looking kind of janky? And then we also have the lash extend, and that's going to be for the people that maybe are doing lash lifts, which is a whole new category that we're starting to get into. Acne client bundle. I'm not going to go through every single thing. You guys can take pictures. You also will get these, but these are a few things that we put together that will help the beauty pro. Listen, here's the thing. They're doing their treatments and now they need to retail. What does that look like? And that's why we put these bundles together for that. Peel bundles, you just saw me do one today. Now, I will tell you, I use more than just the timeless advanced hydroxy peels, but this is for people that are getting peels that they want to continue. Maybe they can't get to their esthetician on a regular basis, or maybe they don't go to one, right? Sometimes we'll have clients that will come once a year. That's a lot of backing that bus up for once a year treatment. But guess what? They have something to use on a regular basis. There you go. Anti-aging facial bundles. I love these bundles so much because we just took the guesswork out of it. And again, you can put these bundles any way you want. This is what we found that has worked best for us. And there will be some changes because as we evolve into more treatments, there is. A hydrofacial bundle. Does anyone have a hydrofacial, right? What do you do afterward? What do you send home with them? We are teaching people, we are teaching the beauty industry how to retail and why. Do you need to know what every ingredient's in here? No. You know, we put this together for you because what this is going to do for a hydrofacial is hydrating the skin up, is to keep their skin hydrated. So know a few ingredients like we talked about today, because remember, you're not salesmen, you're partners, and you're going to help them increase their retail. Because they can only see one face at a time, And I can promise you there's not a beauty pro that doesn't have their shoulders hurting, you know, their back hurting, all of the above. So this is gonna help them, whether they're doing a treatment or not, always have that income flowing, because, you know, every 30 to 60 days, they're gonna need some of these products. Again, we have our male client bundle. Now, we do have some products that used to call it, again, as you see, we're gonna be changing things for men only. But now that we've really repackaged the Lumina V2, any of the products can go for men. The men they want to a guy. The serum, we talked about that. That's a filler. It's great for under the eyes, amazing for under the eyes, but also I sell a ton of this to my medical spas because that works, that follows up with the lifelines, with around the lips. The serum, it's very light, but men love it, I guess, because of the color, but I think they should love it because of the ingredients. But that's why the colors are, but that is all changing. So for the microdermabrasion client bundles, again, we followed along with what we're doing. They're doing a microdermabrasion and what do we send home with them? Remember, your beauty pros are looking for retail. They're not looking for another job. To have to sit there and talk to them all day, right? So, and we talked about this too. If your esthetician is a one-woman show, she can sell them at bundles. She can actually feature them as bundles. She can also put that price into her service. She can add that price into her service. It's a one-stop. We have a Botox clients, and I will tell you, the only thing we're going to add next to this is going to be the PM men's, or I shouldn't say men's anymore, right? It's just the PM eye gel, because here's the thing about injectables with medical spas. Sometimes they miss areas. It's not there. They don't see it. So then the client goes home, or the patient goes home, that area, and I'm not happy with it. I need to go back in. It's all kinds of stuff. But if they have them right away saying, hey, and then within the next 12 hours, I want you to start applying this. Now that injection has become a rock star, because what did we say about the needle-free serum? Immediate results. Good time, not a long time. The long time is going to be they're using it morning and night for 2 weeks. They'll continue with that. But the other thing too is, and this was something that we did with the ice roller. Every single client, because here's the biggest thing, having a medical spa, having to have, I mean, they do that where they have the topicals, but they still need that little bit more. So we would hand them an ice roller. They would hold it on those areas to freeze it up a little bit more. Now, here's the twofer for that. Once they were done with their injections, you know what we would do? We would take that ice roller before they left and teach them, hey, when you're done using this, now that you're done, we're going to send this home because you're going to roll your neck. You're going to put cream on and roll your neck, start firming and toning so it'll match everything else you're getting, right? So it's a twofer. Everything we use can be used in more than one area. And also the Rosé Refresher, because it's building the collagen. The microcurrent needling client bundle, again, the Rebirth Serum. These are just some ideas. This is not what you have to use, but this is what we have sold. So clinical concierge, micro needling product packaging, if you take a look at that, how many BV does that look like? Right? But do you know when clients come in, this is what they're looking for? You know why they don't buy it? We don't offer it. That's right. That's right. So now you have an idea of what you need to offer. With the microneedling, do you understand how much a microneedling treatment is? Over $200. So do you think an extra $300 is going to phase them to keep that investment up? That's what you have to realize when you are recommending, or when you're teaching your salons and spas to recommend. They're wanting to keep this up. Like I said, it's like going to the gym and going to Chick-fil-A afterwards. When you go to Chick-fil-A, you're eating all that stuff, right? That's what is Chick-fil-A. Sorry. That's just what I've always called it, right? Dawn is urgently wanting me to like that place. Anyway, so by having them use these products, it's going to help their investment as well. The Erbium laser product package, again, another one that you're gonna see in here. We have the cryo. Can I tell you, I think I talked to someone at lunch about that. Cryotherapy is the latest, greatest, hottest thing out there. Cryotherapy. I have actually brought on 2 new cryo spas, and that's literally all they do is cryotherapy. And well, they can see one person at a time, right? One person at a time. So now how are they going to double that or even triple that? They're going to get that retail client on board. And what do they need? Well, when they're doing cryotherapy for the body, obviously, and even for the face, the NutriClean. And then we show what else we have on here. So Pentaxel, the Royal Spa, Sugar Scrub, all of this is maintaining the body, but they also have the Cryo 21 for the face as well. So fibroblasting product package. Again, so is you'll start to see that some of these products are a little bit more for certain ages because certain treatments, let's just say a 21-year-old isn't going to usually get a fibroblasting. It's going to be more for the women that are losing. So you're going to see we're looking at our cell labs. We're also looking at our anti-aging packets, the LumiDV ice roller. So these are all things that they can use and see immediate results with. There we go. So clinical concierge. This is a thing that during shutdown that Lisa and I talked about. This is what I was pitching to so many people that were losing money during that time. And why were they losing money? Because they weren't moving product. They weren't moving product. If you're not moving product, you know why I ended up with so many clientele? Because I'm a package deal. It isn't just about my treatments. It's about that I cared enough to say, this is what you're going to use afterwards. So when you go into salons and spas, go check out their product and touch the top. You know why you touch the top, right? That's right. That's right. So you're not going to say, oh my gosh, this place is so dusty. You're going to say, can I help you with some marketing? So it's probably not product wise they need, right? But marketing. And we can work into that because I'll tell you guys, when I first started with this company, I was not interested in their skincare. I was not interested in their makeup. If they would have approached me, and by the way, they didn't approach me, I approached them for their supplements. I approached them for one, and that was the Oxygen Extreme. Can you imagine me approaching you, asking you if I can just have those products? Would you think that you would need to sell me everything else? No. I was educating all over the world on advanced skincare, and I had my own skincare line. Like I had my own lab, I had my own chemist, had all of that. I didn't want it. Matter of fact, I even told JR that I really wasn't interested in the skincare. I look back now, I'm like, oh, right? But I was not interested in the skincare. Well, life happens. And when life happened, thank goodness it was here. And now that it was here when I start, but again, my partners, they didn't keep wanting me to carry the skincare. They would reach out with, hey, would you take a look at this and give me your advice? And send me these white sheets. Listen, Lisa is more dangerous than you realize. You think it's Don Martin. It's Lisa Martin. She would reach out. She's like, hey, you know, I know you love to educate and everything. And we have this one product. Would you give me your advice on it? And she's sneaky. Because that's when I started reading those and went, how in the world are you guys getting these ingredients? And I'm calling my own guy. I'm like, how are we not getting these ingredients? He's like, do you know how expensive those ingredients are? That's why I couldn't afford those ingredients, is what he was trying to tell me. So when they leverage someone, it doesn't even have to be them. But when they leverage someone in their place to know what they have with these products, and send them to their clinical concierge. Like I said, you can beat the clinical concierge. I sometimes was both, but I found out that I was making more money when I was in the room than when I was standing out front. So it paid me to find someone that wanted to be part of my organization, that wanted to build with me. Because here's the biggest thing, that person out front was a business partner of mine. So guess what? She was getting 100% of everything I was doing. So do you not think she wasn't invested? Absolutely invested. So you want someone invested. And so when you first start investing, you're that person with that salon or spa. Remember, you guys are not out there selling her products, right? You're creating a solution to what they have, whether it's marketing, whether it's skincare, whether it's the supplements. Again, I only wanted the supplements and then I fell in love with everything else. But it's your job, like they taught you at the first class last week, to go do that discovery, find out what they need. Don't think you know what they need, because I can promise you, you don't know what they need. You don't. I mean, that's the first thing you would have wanted me to sell, was the skincare, right? So leverage is beauty industry professionals, wellness coaches, health professionals, marketing, social media. I'll give you, I work with a lot of schools. How many of the schools need that leverage? Because when that student walks out the door, are they still making money? Oh, send. So offer to help traditional businesses further service their clients, virtually utilizing the experts from afar. Hey, guess what? You have something like this to plug them into. I will promise you, if you guys start plugging your people into this or plugging guests into these kind of things, you're going to grow fast. Your business is going to grow fast. My partners know anytime I do a skincare class, I don't care if they show up. I want them to have guests. That's why I'm a trainer, is I want to make sure that my team is getting trained as well. So having guests at these things, my industry does not have very many educational things anymore. They just don't. They just don't. We have that. So here are some of the tools that we have. These are in the back office. You would just type in Motive skincare packages, I believe. Protocols. I was so close. Protocols. Yeah. PP, right? Protocols. And these will come up. But recap, let's hear from you. So defining your why. Am I still going on with this one, or is it you? Do I introduce, or you do? You guys are in for such a treat. Gina's going to introduce, but you guys are in for such a treat. You guys, thank you for paying attention. I appreciate you all.